What is up, everybody? I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Well, over the past few days, we have seen more and more support for Ripple fighting back against the SEC in the lawsuit. Notably, we have Coinbase backing Ripple and asking to file an amicus brief in support of Ripple fighting against the SEC. Listen, this is awesome. We need more and more heavy hitters. You know, the Blockchain Association, I think, was a couple of days prior to that. It's just interesting to me, you know, this coming from the same organization that have yet to list XRP again on the exchange. Number one, I understand the reasons around that. But number two, you know, even if you look at an asset like hbar, it took them well over however many years to list hbar. And then you think about like Shiba Inu or like Bored Ape Yacht Club's ApeCoin, which listed on day one. It's just a little bit interesting. But yeah, this is fantastic because obviously Coinbase is a massively heavy hitter as far as an exchange, and not only as an exchange, but multiple partnerships as well. We can see the Blockchain Association doing the same thing, throwing support behind Ripple and the SEC duel. You can look at all the members of the Blockchain Association here, pretty much run the gamut across the entire ecosystem of Web3. We've got Ava Labs, Aave, Bain Capital, Circle, Cello, Chia. Actually, this is probably a pretty interesting list to be looking through as well, as far as a lot of the members that are within the Blockchain Association. I think they hit over 100 members just recently as well. So, yeah, Blockchain Association and Coinbase. More recently, I think I found this morning, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority put out an opening keynote speech at the Hong Kong FinTech Week 2022. This is, I believe, the CEO, Eddie Yu. And the one interesting thing that I saw within this is, let me see here. Here we go. Talking about crypto. Initially speculative, but then it goes into flag note 15 here. Digital innovations encompass a wide spectrum of products and services beyond the commonly known cryptocurrencies. DeFi, or decentralized finance, given its composability feature, can inspire innovation in finance. Take tokenized green bonds as an example. We concept tested the idea with the Bank for International Settlements Innovation Hub last year and are adopting it for an actual issuance later this year. When both bond and cash are tokenized and brought on-chain, all bond lifecycle events like asset servicing, trading, and redemption can happen more efficiently in a distributed manner. It could even make possible real-time tracking of the green impact. A couple of things to note within statements like this. Number one, these proof of concepts, these testings, these trials that are occurring with these blockchain and digital assets and distributed ledgers. We can think about everything that's been tested out on the XRP ledger, certainly, as an example. These are not just for the sake of doing testing. I mean, once you have successful testing, these things do go into production runs. I can look back and think about FTPOS trialing micropayments on Hedera back in 2020. And then FTPOS got, after that, joining the governing board. And then seeing, redacted documents through FTPOS on top of that as well. So these proof of concepts are very much so going to move towards real utilization of these assets, of these ledgers over time. And Hong Kong Monetary Authority is telling you that tokenization of cash and green bonds is 100% coming in a production run based on a successful proof of concept. Talking about alpha runs within products out there, so codename Speakeasy through the XX network, I certainly would recommend you guys testing this out. This is, pretty much taking back the power and the control into the hands of the user as far as social media is concerned. Very much dealing in digital sovereignty, very much dealing in censorship resistance, true freedom to express yourselves. Now, this alpha went live yesterday. I'll show you guys what this looks like. If you want to test it out, this doesn't deal in a crypto with how they have the alpha set up. So you can literally use this application in real time with anybody that you'd like to talk to across the globe in a very, very private way. Nobody knows that you're using this if you set up a private speakeasy. So just for fun here, so let's do join the alpha. Enter a password to secure your sovereign speakeasy identity, and I will just say XRP 589 just for giggles here. XRP 589. Then I hit continue. Now this is pretty cool here. I spent a little bit of time doing this morning. Find your code name. Code names are generated on your computer by you. No servers or databases are involved at all. Your code name is your personally owned anonymous identity shared across every speakeasy you join. It is private and it can never be traced back to you. You can go into some of these cool names here. Again, pay attention to the Speakeasy Twitter and XX Network's Twitter as far as information regarding Speakeasy. But I'm going to go with Senora Hatched Alchemist or Hatched Alchemist. I'll claim it. It's going to set up my code name. Could take up to a minute. All right. Now, I've joined in. Now, what I have the option to do now is I have the option to create a speakeasy. I have an option to name it. So let's say crypto chat, or let's say like Web3. Web3. Description, discussion surrounding digital assets. Now, I can either make it public or secret. Secret speakeasy is hide everything. Speakeasy name, description, members, messages, and more. No one knows anything about the speakeasy unless they're invited. I'll create a public one. Public speakeasies are accessible by anyone with just a link. No passphrase is needed to join. You can assume everyone knows when your code name is in a speakeasy. So when you have a public speakeasy, you can assume that your code name is known. Now, if I've created this speakeasy here, I can invite people. So here's the invite link. If I have a link that I want to join. Now, if I want to share the Web3 speakeasy, I can do that and share it. I'm thinking about doing a test run on this with some patrons at first. But again, kudos and shout out to the XX Network and the team behind this. I think this is going to be massively valuable moving forward as far as the ability for people to interact without having, essentially without having a third party control what information is out there. Yeah, very, very interesting, and kudos. I very much so recommend going to alpha.speakeasy.tech if that's something that interests you. Okay, Britain's new prime minister is a fan of crypto. There are hopes he'll give the industry a boost. Great. ING puts out a document this morning, Bank Outlook 2023, the make or break year for digital currencies. And, you know, this is kind of more of the same as far as I guess just rhetoric is concerned. I mean, there's nothing major in here that gets stated, but we all know where this space goes. This document also came out, I believe, over the past week, which is, again, Monetary Authority of Singapore proposed regulatory measures for digital payment token services. Talks about consumer access, business conduct measures, managing tech and cyber risks, market integrity, implementation options. Now we have emerging technologies for facilitating cross-border paperless trade that just came out over the past week as well. This is the global lead of climate and sustainability at IBM Research. And what do you know? We have under payments for private sector overview of trade blockchain initiatives, Ripple, Swift, and Stellar or WorldWire. Yep. This I would also pay attention to. Now I think that this might be behind a paywall here. This is building in DeFi and beyond. But the key things of note in this are Zenobia Gottschalk from the Senior Vice President of Communications at Swirlds Labs, which, as we know, previously, parent company of Hedera. Hedera is obviously decentralizing the IP at this point, but Swirlds Labs. And Mina Katak, Director Crypto and Emerging Business at WorldPay from Fidelity Information Services. WorldPay should certainly ring a bell for everybody on this channel over the past few years. We do know Fidelity Information Services, in particular, FIS WorldPay is sitting on the governing board of Hedera. And if you want to check out, this is always really amazing to me that you don't see a lot of, I guess, people going on and watching all the gossip about gossip podcasts because they are fantastic. Hedera has a lot of subscribers, 35,000 on YouTube, but it would be awesome to see Hedera get to 50, 60, 100,000, whatever it might be. And Zenobia does fantastic work with these interviews. Now she's interviewing the gentleman from WorldPay under the FIS umbrella as well here, and they're talking about proof of reserve addressing stablecoin uncertainty with WorldPay by FIS. Now, if you're not aware, FIS pretty much reaches out to the majority of the world as far as a banking and financial institution standpoint with money transfers. It's not running the entire gamut, but I mean, it's a huge slice of the pie. So certainly suggest this. I listened through this today, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, Coinbase and the Blockchain Association is huge. if you want to check out, and if you think that digital sovereignty, privacy aspects, censorship resistance is important, alpha.speakeasy.tech. You can literally create this on your, you can do whatever you want to within this application already, as far as starting a private or a public speakeasy and inviting friends or family, into these chats that are basically just not going to be able to be traced. There's mixing aspects that go in as far as the messaging is concerned. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Bye.